Are you wondering whether the 256GB option is enough for a new M1 MacBook or not? This video will help you identify just that. After watching this, you'll have a clear idea of the amount of storage you really need for a new MacBook. First things first, and you might have heard this a lot of times, that 256GB doesn't mean that you'll get the full 256GB to play with. There are many things which a Mac comes downloaded with, so you'll have even less storage to play with. And that's not just the case with Macs. Even Windows PCs have less storage than what is advertised on their product page. After that, you need to look at your use case. If you're the kind of person who works primarily with web apps like Office.com or the Google Suite, then the 256GB option is more than enough. Even these web apps come with their own cloud storage which you can use to store your documents, taking even less space on your Mac. If you want to download large backups of your files or your cloud storage or your phone, then it's obvious that you'll have to look into a higher storage model. And if you aren't familiar with the pricing, Apple charges a lot for storage. It's $200 for 256 to 512GB, $400 for 1TB, and $800 for 2TB. And that's just the case with US. Here in India, it gets even more expensive with $300 for 512, $550 for 1TB, and a whopping $1,100 for 2TB. Coming back to the use case, if you're someone who does editing, graphic designing, coding, or something which requires you to download very large apps with very large file sizes, then it's important for you to look into higher storage models. So the next thing to consider is that the work which you do, can it be done on external drives, and are you comfortable using them? Like for me, I edit videos on my Mac, I have some documents and some images, and I use it for downloading apps. My video editing can easily be done on external SSDs and SD cards, and I am happy using both of them. Hence it made sense for me to go for the 256GB option. Similarly, that's what you need to look. The work which you do, can it be done on external drives, and are you comfortable using them? Also, before deciding upon the storage you need to get, take a pen and a paper and note down all the apps which you are using currently on your computer and all the apps which you are going to use on your Mac. Now estimate the sizes of all of these apps and estimate the sizes of the files you'll be working with. Also take a look at what all useful stuff you have on your computer which you're going to transfer over. Add all of that up and you'll get the best idea of what storage you need. Right now on my Mac, I have around 150 to 160GB free, even though I edit all of my videos on this thing and I have the huge Creative Cloud library downloaded on this. Till now it has been serving well for my needs, which is great. One great advantage of having a lower storage variant of your Mac is that it pushes you to be more careful with your computer. Like I check my Mac storage once in every week, and while checking that, I clear all of the unnecessary files which would have piled up if I had a higher storage model and if I hadn't checked the storage. So if you're someone who is really careless and wants to get more careful with this computer and wants to maintain it better, then getting a lower storage variant can actually help more. Now here's a very important thing. If you have extra money to spare, instead of spending that on the storage, spend it on the RAM. More RAM is always going to be more helpful for you in the future. Even though the 8GB model is very powerful with these M1 Macs, 16GB will always be better. Here's a video showing a stress test on the 8GB model. Having more RAM on your computer not only enables it to live longer, but also reduces the data it will write to your SSD. And as apps start consuming more and more RAM, 16GB will come in help a lot. One other really important factor is that the RAM on these M1 machines and all future Apple Silicon machines will be soldered, so you can't upgrade that in the future. With storage, it is always upgradable down the line. Even though the storage is also soldered on these Macs, you can still add external drives, SD cards, and even a NAS if you need it. But you cannot add external RAM. What I would consider to be the sweet spot for storage is actually 512GB, as it is enough for storing most of your documents and it doesn't get as expensive. One last thing which I realized was that most of the times we do not need as much storage as we think. Even I thought I'll need 1TB of storage, but upon calculating everything, I found out that I don't need more than 256GB of storage. So you must take a careful decision and analyze your data with the method I showed you in this video before coming to any conclusions. If you want to buy the M1 MacBook Air, consider supporting the channel by buying in the link below. And tell me in the comment section what tech related video you want next. Thanks for watching. This is Naman from Explorers of Tech, and I'll meet you in the next one.